Hey guys, welcome back to the program. Welcome back to the DeeTimeLove show. Today we have a very special video. It's not every day an established luxury watch brand reaches out and gives you a luxury watch worth around $4,000, around 3,750 Swiss francs. All they wanted in return is an honest review, and that speaks volumes about the brand and the confidence they have in their watches. This must be the most expensive and most prestigious brand to reach out, which makes it all worthwhile giving back to you guys within the watch community. Now, before I go into the in-depth review of the Cimier Retrograde Automatic from their Master Art collection, let's do a quick wristwatch check. And today I'm sporting this Zenith Stellina in jumbo size 37mm. What a stunning, elegant, classic piece. But guys, let's talk about Cimier watches. And as you can see here below, guys, the watch comes in a very nice wooden box with an aluminium insert of the logo, and on the side, it's very nice indeed. Very, very cool indeed. Give you a little glimpse of the watch before we go into too much detail in regards to this particular timepiece, guys. But what is this watch? Who are Cimier watches, guys? Now, Cimier were established in 1924. They've got a rich history, and I'll go through the history throughout the video. But the Retrograde Automatic, what do they say? What does Cimier say about this watch? It's a sumptuous Cimier Retrograde Automatic. Attracts admirers with its sophisticated design. The barrel-shaped case is an epitome of elegance with its iconic timeless lines. The watch celebrates the beauty of symmetry. The perfectly proportioned architecture is formed of harmonious lines and curves. The dial showcases the retrograde date and day display. The power reserve indicator is at 6 o'clock. The timepiece is powered by an automatic movement designed in the purest tradition of Swiss watchmaking. So guys, let's change perspective. Let's have a look at the specifications, the pros and cons, and my first impressions throughout the video. Now let's take a closer look at the Cimier Retrograde Automatic. And I have to be honest, guys, I'm going to have to try and be as non-biased as I can, because full disclosure, when I opened the box and I looked at this watch for the first time, I just went, wow, I love it. I love it, and I'm so proud and happy. And a big thank you to Cimier for sending this watch into the channel as a gift. And I have to say, I'm absolutely delighted with it. But there's no such thing as a perfect timepiece. And I'm going to try and be as critical as I can to give you guys a real insight to the watch, because I've been wearing it for just under 2 weeks now, and I've really got a feel for the watch now, and I want to basically go through the specifications before I give you my first impression. Case diameter of this watch is 42mm, including the crown guards. Lug to lug, you're looking at 50mm, but it's more like a 49.5 because the way the lugs turn in. And it's got a banner width of 22mm and a real croc gain strap that tapers down. It's got a very nice clasp indeed with the Cimier logo there as well. just pop this over again. You've got a rhodium slate grey dial, really plays with the light, a sort of sunburst dial there, and you can see the retrograde features, and I'll talk about that in more depth shortly. So you've got the date, the day, and a reserve function there as well. And let's have a look at the finishing. You've got a high-end finished gloss finish there throughout, very nicely done. But if you look at the lugs there is a brushed satin finish as well that really does complement this timepiece, I have to say. Looking at those sword hands, there is some applied lume. This is a dress watch, but that's a very nice touch indeed. Look at that dial. Look at this double-domed sapphire crystal. If you can see that, let's have a look if you can see that in the camera. Not sure how well that looks, but very nicely done indeed. There is anti-reflective coating, but that's applied under the sapphire crystal. Let's have a look at the movement of this particular timepiece. Now let's take a closer look at the case back of this watch. And as you can see at the top there, you've got Master of Art Swiss made stainless steel Cimier. It's got a water resistance of 50 meters, but you get to see through that sapphire crystal clear case back the movement that this retrograde automatic watch hosts, and it's hosting the Soprod 9094 2892A2 basic in ETA. And this watch, I think they've increased the actual power reserve. It goes right up to 48 hours, guys. So very nicely executed in traditional Swiss watchmaking techniques. And as you can see, that's why they call it the Master of Art, guys. Very nice indeed. It's got brushed finishing at the back. Let's have a look at the crown as well. You've got a lovely applied Cimier logo there. Very nice indeed, guys. Let's turn around the watch and have a look at this very intriguing dial. Let's take a closer look at the dial, guys. And I love the rhodium dial. Absolutely stunning. Then you've got the day, the date, and the power reserve function there. And as you can see, the way it plays with light, I'm not in natural sunlight, but this rhodium sunburst dial is amazing. Let's just zoom in so you can see the quality of the dial. Look at that, guys. Very well executed, I have to say. Absolutely beautiful to zoom out for you guys. And what I want to indicate to you guys is the retrograde feature that I love. It's always a pleasant experience when you see this. But have a look at the date function there. And what will happen is when it goes through its full cycle, it will snap back to basically 1. So there you've got it on the last day of the month. So what I'm going to do, let's just wind this for you. Keep on looking, guys. And you'll see it snap back. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic, guys. I have to say, what a lovely feature that is on these retrograde watches. I love the barrel design, quite unique to Cimier. They're giving it their own look. It's very unique. The rhodium dial is finished to a very high level, to the hands, to the sub dials. Very nice indeed. So first impressions, as you can tell from my voice, I thoroughly love this watch. It's beautifully executed. But what are the pros and the cons? Let's have a look at the pros and cons of this watch. So what are the pros of this watch? Well, for me, first of all, guys, the rhodium die, the retrograde subdials, the way this watch has been executed and finished in the traditional Swiss way of watchmaking. Very nice indeed. The negatives, if I'm being overly critical, and this is personal preference, dress watches for me are normally around 39-40 millimeters, and this comes in at 42 millimeters. I just felt that if it was 40 millimeters, it would have been a lot more refined. I've just got under 7-inch wrist, and it does wear very well because of the lug to lug width of 49.5. It could have been even slightly more thinner. is 12.5 millimeters. I believe if it was around 10.5 or 11 millimeters, would have made a world of a difference. But overall, this watch is designed and executed to a very high level. And I have to say, Cimier have put together a watch which is very refined and a real head turner, guys. Very nice indeed. Beautifully done, Cimier. But let's have a look at the history of the timepiece. Let's have a look at the catalogue Cimier provided with this timepiece. Now let's have a look at the history of the brand as well. And let's have a look at what this watch comes with. And as you can see there, the Cimier Swiss Watches International Warranty Card. You've got a microfiber cloth from Cimier themselves. Probably the best microfiber cloth I've ever had with a watch, I have to say. And as you can see from the intro, Cimier have a watch academy as well. And they really have a unique experience where they allow their customers to engage with the watchmaker making their timepiece, to give it a customization or even their own personal touch, which I find that absolutely fantastic. And that's definitely something I would like to get involved with if I decide to purchase a watch from them in the future. But it came with a catalogue in regards to the Cimier watch history as well. Cimier Swiss watches, a passion for the tradition of the finest craftsmanship since 1924. And, Cimier have a great history. Now, the origins of the brand of Cimier date back to 1924, when the Swiss watchmaker Joseph Lapenies founded his company in Holsten, Switzerland, near Basel. At the time, the company specialized in manufacturing pin pallet escapement watches similar to the Proletariat watch. This was a robust, accurate and affordable timepiece invented by Georges Frederick Roscoff, a famous German watchmaker. Now, they've got a great history, as you can see here, guys, of watchmaking. And, Cimier, are one of those brands that have had a bit of a rebirth, in the early 2008, 2009, because in 1970s, during the quartz crisis, Cimier even invented their own quartz movements as well. But one of the previous directors gave a rebirth to the brand, and the brand is back, guys, and it's been back for a good 10, 12 years now, and they're really, really impressing me with the tradition. This is the watch that we reviewed, guys, and it's got a 3 years warranty as well. Very nice. Let's have a look at some of their other timepieces. Nice chronograph there. These skeletonized watches, very nice indeed. But I'll leave you with some footage of the watch, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you for watching DeeTimeLove. My name is Alex Photi. I'm the owner of Perpetual Time. I am a WASTEP certified watchmaker. I'm also a fellow of the British Horological Institute, and I also sit on the board for the British Horological Institute and also sit on the board for the British Watch and Clockmakers Guild. We are proud to sponsor DeeTimeLove channel. Perpetual Time is based in Liverpool. We service and restore luxury brands such as Hublot, Rolex, Cartier, Omega. You can see our website www.perpetual-time.com. You can find us on Instagram and YouTube.